All right, Coach. They're going to turn this into a hockey rink here pretty soon here, so we'll get you out of here in a second. Settle down now. Settle down. Speaking of the physicality, how'd you feel about your team responding to the physicality of the Villanova, especially that they brought in the second half?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought Keita and Moo, as we call Kennard Davis, Moo, I thought the two of them really stepped up. Richie getting that huge offensive rebound at the end. So that's what I loved about the game. I thought it was a toughness win. We had to find ways, especially losing the lead and so forth. So I think it says a lot about the group.
This team, obviously, you want to get after it defensively on the glass, and you're outscored 31-10 in second chance points. So how do you go about addressing something like that in practice moving forward?
I mean, we talk about it every day. That's part that's a little bit disappointing. Like, we need, in that space, we got to have more carryover, for sure. On the positive side, though, I thought the turnover differential allowed us to kind of weather that rebounding storm that they put on us. So it's an area that we definitely have to improve on for sure.
What did you like the most about the last 3 minutes of the game when you were able to pull away?
I thought AJ responded. We put the ball in his hands, asked him to make plays. I thought the way Keita was rolling and just eating up space there in the paint was huge. And that's going to be something that's a weapon for us in terms of getting to the paint. Now the real key is going to be making the right decisions. I think Rob and AJ are going to be able to get in there whenever they want to. And now it's all about reading that second and third level of defense. Probably, some nights there'll be more kickouts. Tonight they were kind of just daring us to score at the rim, and so that's going to be something that I think is a night-to-night, something we have to read.
Keita has had a nice exhibition season, and this first game, what does his role mean to this team?
Oh, it's huge. One, he's experienced, knows what we're trying to do, knows, I think, what it takes to be on a good college basketball team after last year, and he's just different, man. The level of athleticism and physicality that he brings, I think he's got to be one of, if not the best 5 men athletically in the country. And it really ignites our group. That stretch where he had the tip Duncan and he threw it up to the 18th row or whatever. I mean, the guys are feeding off that. And it's a real boost for our team.
I'm just impressed that you're not jumping out of your shoes in those moments. Like, what are you feeling inside when you watch a sequence like that happen?
I mean, I'm just kind of used to it at this point, honestly. I mean, he does something at least once a game where I'm like, holy crap, that was impressive. But no, he's huge, and he's going to be huge for us all year.
Coach, where does the team go from here? Because again, it's a galvanizing, hard-fought win. So what's the next step for your team?
We just have to keep getting better. I mean, we have to watch the film, we have to learn from it, and there's a ton of things we can improve upon. It's a lot easier to do that after a hard-fought win, and so this time of the year, I mean, it's obviously super early, obviously, so we have to just find things that we want to make our identity. That's what I've been on this team about, is like, you can't just talk about identity. You have to really work to establish that identity, and I think we can take things tonight that we really want to be about and get better at them.
I saw you grab AJ with a little over 2 minutes left in the game and spend an extra moment with him at half court. If you can share, or you wouldn't mind sharing, what was said in that moment?
Yeah, it's with him and Rob both. I mean, like I said, they have the ability to get to the paint and rim pretty much whenever they want to. So it's going to be all about decision making. I thought that he took a quick shot in a game where we wanted to probably run a little clock there after just scoring at the rim two times previously. So I thought that was some of the youth, but also it's just he can get whatever shot he wants, right? And so now, okay, that doesn't give you the license to just do anything. You still got to be smart. You got to take the right shots. You got to manage time and score, and that's stuff that maybe he hasn't been asked to do in real tight games at this level, clearly. And so those are going to be areas that he can learn from.
I know that shooting will come, and it's so many new pieces, but what do you feel like this team is capable of when those shots do start to fall?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be really hard to stop. I think free throws tonight too. I mean, like I said, they were guarding a three-point line pretty well tonight as far as just taking away looks, and so we were able to get downhill quite a bit. So Richie's a guy that we're going to lean on a lot. So is Dawson. And I mean, look, our two best shooters. Richie was puking at shoot around. Okay, and Dawson Baker hasn't played a real game in however long. So once those guys get their legs under them a little bit more, I think that they'll be able to knock shots down. You know, even Tyler Maruss, I mean, we brought him in here to make shots. He's another guy that's been hurt as well. So, you know, it's part of you know, just getting through a season. Injuries happen, and I'm confident as the healthier we get and the more of a rhythm we get, I feel good about our perimeter shooting.
Richie just played a flu game.
He played the flu game, man. Let's go.
All right, last question, because I know you're a huge BYU football fan, and you're ramped up about this week. And what's your message to that side, to Kalani and the Cougs as they get ready for Texas Tech?
Man, they don't need any of my message. I'm stealing notes from Kalani all the time. But, man, just their will to win is really impressive. You know, like what Barrett's been able to do to put the team on his back, you know, and make big plays when they need it. And then I feel like the defense is always rock solid as well. And so it's been a really, really fun season. You know, this next game is going to be awesome. All
right, Coach and I are going to go grab the hockey sticks, you guys. We're going to pass the puck around a little bit. Congratulations on a great win.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Take it away.